God, I've freaking had it. I have so had it. I'm so over this place. Fuck you. I'm so over this place. That's the next thing they're gonna see when they see the back of my car. I'm so over this place. Oh my God. I might not get my revenge, and I might have to pay these tickets, but they are definitely gonna know how I feel when I'm done. So, traffic cameras always shoot you down at an angle, so I'm going to put this one right here for my special little message to these guys, because I am so tired. I am not a crazy driver. It's just like they get me whenever it's an inopportune time, like whenever I'm trying to run and go get dog food last minute or pick my wife up from work. Well, oh snap. I'm over it, man. I'm so over it that I don't even care anymore. Of course it's windy. Alright. There to there. Right here. Across there. Did I bring a card? I did bring a card. Look at that stack of money. Where did that come from? I don't have that. Now, people behind me directly probably won't see this as easily, but like I said, if I'm stupid enough to get another traffic ticket, they're gonna know how I feel about it. That is for damn sure. I'm opening up an Etsy store soon, and I'm gonna be putting stuff like this sticker here, and if you could zoom in or just come down here and show them the thoughts and players. That's what my latest design I've come up with, thoughts and players. This stuff will be available as stickers. This one will probably be available as a shirt as well. Alright, let's try out this reveal. Y'all ready for my passive-aggressive display of anger? I'm seriously so over these stupid traffic cameras. Good morning for me, and I don't know what time it is for you guys, but I'm tired of looking at this thing. I'm tired of looking at this thing. So, we're going to try to crash course everything that we're having problems with in the next week and get this to be a driver and safe and done. So what I've been having issues with is the electrical due to this piece of house wiring. So I cleaned everything up and I minimized it. It's not the best of job here. The truck really needs to have a new harness. I got to get a new battery terminal. That's going to be the cause of a lot of problems there. I replaced this ground right here, and when you put a brand new battery in there, which I don't have, we're borrowing Robert's, this thing spins better than I've ever heard it in its entire life. So I feel like I've got the drain on the battery licked. I'm going to talk to the clients and getting a new battery. What we're going to do today is going to pull this carburetor off, and it just, look at it. It just, everything about it looks like crap. And it actually isn't that bad right now because Robert did a little bit of rust treatment on some of the linkage to get it to not look as bad. But it does look like it's been underwater, and it hasn't. So we're going to pop this thing off today, and we're going to show you guys the breakdown of this carburetor and boil this in Lysol. Or is it Pine Sol? I have Pine Sol. For some reason I keep saying Lysol, but boil this in Pine Sol. The Pine Sol's got ammonia and all kinds of crap in there that's made to eat corrosion and loosen stuff up very well. So you're going to be surprised how this looks when we're done. And it's going to run twice as well, and we'll see how it goes. So I got the carburetor off. So I removed the screws. I took this, it's like a float bowl or accelerator pump area cover off. And look, can y'all see that? Is it focusing? That's just full of, that's just dirt. It's just full of trash. Yay, gasoline. Quick. So I got this top off. I'm about to get in some sunlight so it'll focus in on it, but there is, look right here. There's some gross stuff in there. Look at this carburetor, man. That thing is gross, disgusting. So we're gonna have to clean all this out, and you'll be really surprised what it looks like after the pine sol treatment. Get my lighting right. So I got everything in the Lysol, and you can hear it's just sizzling, just putting it in there. So we're gonna let this stuff sit and soak all day, and I'm gonna come back here in an hour or so and scrub some of it clean and poke some of the little spots out, scrape some gaskets. But we're just basically gonna let that sit here all day and soak until you start to see results and everything looks spotless and clean. This sludgy mess right here. I'm going to take a small wire brush and I'm going to get into here. Let's see, we're going to start cleaning and scraping stuff new, scraping this stuff clean. Check that out, man. Look at those results. Is that not fantastic? Y'all remember what this looked like? This is the top plate. It looks so good now and so clean. Alright, there's our last and final piece. Oh, fantastic. I highly recommend anybody who needs to do this to do it. Even if the carburetor runs fine, just clean it out, man. It's going to do yourself a lot of good as far as gas mileage and efficiency goes. So this is the final piece here. I'm just going to drain the rest of the fluid out of the pan and find all the small bits, get them cleaned up. We'll get to polishing and see if we can even possibly just put this thing back together today even. Let's put the base plate back on it. 4 screws, simple enough, with the new gasket in between there. And so what we're going to have to go through next is all of our little innards need to go into place, which means I'm going to have to very carefully follow this diagram. It's going to the videos are been lacking and suffering really badly due to me not having my nice camera with the tripod. I'm trying to JB weld it right now, so bear with me as I get stuff done. I'm going to just kind of shoot a little bit each step. Alright, so I had a terrible week. A really, really, really terrible week. So instead of filming today, working on a project, we're going to spend the last part of our afternoon into the evening at the, how do you pronounce this? Bonnet Carrier Spillway in Louisiana, I'm not sure. So we've got the dogs. And we're loaded up. We've got to do a little bit of free range playing today. It's really dry out here. I mean, you can see a little bit of bottom. I'm going to risk it, but I want to. But you see, we're just driving on sand, which is the tires are kind of perfect for it. Look, babe. Nature. Look at these cool trails, though. On a bike or a motorcycle? A dirt bike, yeah. They can ride out here. Alright. Now we're deep in the Sahara. We got water over here to this side. It's hard to see, but right over that little bit of wall of brush, there's water over there too. We got ourselves onto this narrow little path somehow, mud hole, and trying to figure out where we're going. We came out here so we could let the dogs out on the leash, let them run around in some open plain area. So far, we can't get to the open area. It's on the other side of water. If y'all can see out there on the trail, it looks like there's a abandoned stuck truck, and the mud holes are getting bigger. So we're gonna figure out how to turn around and head back. I'm not gonna end up like this guy. We might have the tires for it, but we're only 2-wheel drive. Left off is we had the top plate was not mounted on it yet. I painted a couple of the small pieces of linkage here, like so and like so. And if you haven't noticed, I'm trying to use the other camera, so hopefully this works out well. So the first thing that we need to do here is, I've already got the new rubber seal on the accelerator pump, and we're going to put it into its little chamber, and there's the accelerator pump spring we're going to put in on top. Oh, it's already catching. Alright, that's good. Get our gasket lined up, and then we're going to go ahead and line everything to do its job. Get the spring into its little cradle. Then you can look in from above to line up the accelerator pump. Hey guys, there you are. Here I am. I got my screwdriver. I'm gonna lock this top down. Now what we've got going on here is our accelerator pump. You can see it a little bit. There we go, right there, poking up through. So we've got to use this little lever piece with the linkage and a limiter screw, this rod, C-clip, and this little linkage here that I painted black in order to get this hooked up. And then we're going to take care of making sure getting all these linkages hooked up in the right places, and mounting the additional stuff to the hardware, choke cover, stuff like that. So we're getting real close. I mean, but seriously, considering where we started off though, folks, how much better does this carburetor already look? Like, that Lysol does the trick, doesn't it? I don't think I've ever gotten a carburetor this clean before. Boy, is this a challenge and a half or what? I might have to do this with the carburetor apart. Wait. Oh wait, I got an idea. It rotates. So if I rotate it, then I can stab it in and then rotate it back and stick it in there. Let's try that. So what I did here on the accelerator pump is I used these blunt nose needle nose, and I rotated it around till the hole was lined up this way. So now it's going to be a lot easier for me to hook that linkage into it and set that piece into place. Alright, here, see, I've got my accelerator pump linkage in, hooked up. So, and what is that? Choke butterfly hooked up to what looks to be like the warm-up piece there, and I'm gonna have to install the choke back in over here, the vacuum operated choke piece there. And it looks like I have this sensor. Oh no, that's not a sensor. That is the this is a guide for the idle air, the idle control. The kind of like when you turn your AC on, it bumps your idle up a little bit. Old crap that nobody uses anymore, but still, it's going back on. So it's coming out really nice. The only thing is though, we'll really truly know the results when I try to run it. Now, when I took this plate off right here, it was already missing a screw. I'm gonna go look around in my stuff, see if I can't find a fine thread tiny screw, but till then, I'll go ahead and plop this gasket on here. And I'm going to set that cover on there like that. I'm going to run these screws. You see I got my idle control on there. I'm going to run this wire around and put it back into its little brace right here. What's left? What's left? Oh, I got to reinstall the choke and run the linkage for it. Got my choke on. Pick up this vacuum line. And then the other linkage comes off the little rod that's on the intake. Let's see what we got going on. I got to put this plug in here, and I believe I'm done. I'm ready to put it back on the truck. Here we go. It's all complete. So it won't be. We'll take a short break real quick, clean up some intake mess that I've got going on over there, and we're gonna go get this thing installed and fire this bad beast up. All right, it's time. So what we're gonna do is slap this carburetor on here. We're gonna get it all hooked up and give it a good running. If it runs all right. We're gonna go ahead and detail this engine back up so it looks pretty again. But you start with gasket downside down, and we're gonna take this beautiful little Holley carburetor, since it's pretty now, place it right there, and it actually looks like it's in place now, like it belongs here instead of at the bottom of Lake Pontchartrain. Sweet. So start the time lapsing now. So I got the battery in, the carburetor's on, hooked up. I believe we're ready to go. Oh, the return springs. Hold up. Hook these return springs up. Once I get these return springs hooked up, we're ready to go. Finally, after fixing a whole bunch of this janky wiring, rebuild this carburetor from just sitting up. I got it, old girl, idling smooth again. I got some exhaust leaks to deal with, but she sounds good. Sounds pretty damn good. Let's go see how easy she is to restart. That's nice. That's turnkey right there, son. So I got that running. I hear a little bit of exhaust leak I got to fix, but my battery's dying. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. So there you go. The wonderful powers of pine saw when rebuilding a carburetor, right? The thing looks absolutely wonderful, clean, and it was much easier to clean than trying to scrape everything out. So on that note, love what you do. 3, 4. 20 minutes of nothing is 20 minutes of nothing. You just wasted your life watching 20 minutes of nothing. It's not smoking crack, but you can't get it back. You just wasted your life watching 20 minutes of nothing. Thought it was something, my 20 minutes of nothing. It'll improve your life, my 20 minutes of nothing. In the comments below, that's where your opinion goes. And you can tell me all about my 20 minutes of nothing.